up, guys? We're here at the GSL Codas final day 2 of round of 8. And from here, we're going to go to the round of 4 and obviously the finals. So yesterday we saw, I guess for us, what we would consider upsets. I really thought Party and Innovation were going to pop out of the group.
Yeah. The Curious one isn't as big an upset to me as the Innovation one, though, because Innovation is a God mode Terran. He's so good, but Symbol brought him to that final game and managed to take it. A very close set of games overall. A really great day of Codas. Everyone definitely should go take a look at it.
Yeah, awesome games. Definitely worth taking a look at. And of course, today we're going to have TaeJa, Soulkey, MC, and Roro. Artosis, your predictions?
Well, I'm feeling Soulkey over TaeJa.
Soulkey over TaeJa?
Yeah, MC Roro is impossible to predict because you can't predict what MC's results are. It's impossible.
You can't really predict how he's going to play either.
No. Sometimes you're like, oh, wow, you just get rolled. And then other times you're like, oh, you're the best Protoss in the world. Who knows?
And, Roro's playing really well. I feel like he's the Zerg people don't really talk about as much. I feel like this season has been the season of the Zergs that were at times under the radar. Zergs like Curious or Roro.
Yeah, and, Roro is killing it in Pro League.
He is.
He's definitely got a good shot. I think in overall, total skill on average, if these guys met on the ladder over and over and over, I feel like Roro would come out on top. But what does that mean for this best of 5, where MC has already won multiple GSLs? He's been to 3 finals. He's won more money than anyone else in the entire world. Yeah. Who knows, man? That match is impossible. What do you think?
I think MC is going to win in that match, and I actually think TaeJa is going to win. So we'll see. All right, so here is our first match. It's going to be TaeJa versus Soulkey. Now, TaeJa, this guy's been around for a little while. I would say he's definitely seasoned at this point in time as far as Wings of Liberty history goes. He's been playing very well. At times, it looks like he's almost unstoppable. He hasn't had the easiest road getting here either, though.
No, he has not. But he did lose to Soulkey already in the tournament as well in the round of 32.
Yeah, that's very true. Oh. Now, with Soulkey here, if you guys haven't watched the last few StarCraft, any tournaments out here, you might not be familiar with Soulkey.
Yeah.
But Soulkey, actually an incredible player, one of our Kesva StarCraft 2
Great
players.
StarCraft 1 pro gamer.
Absolutely.
Only in the last couple years did he really get super good at StarCraft 1. Last 3 years, I would say. And here he is in StarCraft 2, one of the best Kesva Zergs. And he's killing it here, too, man. He's won both of his groups so far.
Yeah. He is phenomenal. Now, I feel like this is going to be a 3-2 win here for TaeJa. What do you think the stats are going to be here?
All right, well, let's see. Whirlwind, Icarus, Cloud Kingdom, Belshir, Daybreak. 3-2 for Soulkey.
Okay. What do you think? Now, I think we're both going to agree that Soulkey's probably going to win on Whirlwind. Who do you think takes it on Icarus?
I think TaeJa's probably going to win Game 2 and Game 3.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. I think Cloud Kingdom, TaeJa's probably got their vestige. That goes probably to Soulkey.
And then Daybreak, I think.
You think Soulkey's got it?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. As you can see here, we see how well the players do, based off how long the game goes. As you can see, it should be a long series since neither of these guys tend to end the game early.
Yeah. And in fact, take a look at Soulkey's games versus Terran so far. Look at these players he's played. He's played Marine King, beat him. TaeJa, already, beat him. Noblesse, not as big a deal. Maru, not quite as big a deal. And then he's only really lost to Innovation.
Yeah,
as far as GSL goes.
And that guy's out of the tournament now.
Yeah, and as far as we're concerned, he is basically the best Terran player. He is awesome. So to lose to him is not a huge deal. But you can say the same for TaeJa. Look at that. His only 2 losses that we see here: Soulkey himself and Light. So these two are tip top. As if round of 8 GSL Codas was not telling you that enough.
Yeah, no kidding, man. Remember, guys, this is the last Wings of Liberty tournament. We are about to crown the final greatest Wings of Liberty player before we switch over to Heart of the Swarm.
Yeah.
So everybody wants this. Everybody that you've seen who's been eliminated is now playing Heart of the Swarm, shifting gears right now.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, I was joking earlier today on State of the Game Tasteless that Parting did it right. Get into the round of 8 so that you're in the next Codas, and then bomb out 0-3 so you can go home and start practicing Heart of the Swarm.
There you go. Yeah, perfect plan.
Yeah.
All right, our map again is going to be Whirlwind here. And And this is going to set the pace. Zergs generally win on this map. That doesn't mean that a Terran can't win. TaeJa is somebody who's willing to cheese. He doesn't do it as much as some of these other Terrans like MVP.
Yeah.
But we'll see. He should have a trick up his sleeve. We generally don't see standard play on this map, but with these two guys, expect anything. And we're now going to go into game number 1. Remember, the winner of this best of 5 goes on to the round of 4 to be one of the final 4 players in the final Wings of Liberty GSL Code S. Introducing our players in the upper left from the site teamliquid.net, he is
Liquid TaeJa.
And in the upper right, we've got our Zerg player, one of the Kespa Zergs. Let's see how well he can represent the Kespa scene. He is
Stars, Soulkey.
Okay.
now. I got to tell you, man, I injured my neck somehow sleeping.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. If you just
hate this.
sleep on your neck wrong, it's terrible.
It's like I can't turn my head left.
Yeah.
But luckily, I sit on the left side here, so I'm only turning my head towards you on the screen. But God,
no, that's terrible. I feel it for you because every now and then I sleep wrong or I just turn my head really quickly because something startles me or something like that, and just it's a terrible thing.
Usually it'll happen to me if I'm watching a movie or something while I fall asleep and I've propped my body up in a certain way that I can watch the screen. But this time I didn't do that. I just conked out. So
yeah, I don't know. That's
anyways, pity me, viewers. That's what I want. Now we do have the command center first here. This is very typical because the map is so big. You could probably eke out a command center. Now, a lot of Zergs to respond to this were actually 6-pooling, but the Terrans re-engineered their builds now so that they make the command center the entrance. So if they do get rushed, they can still wall in and come back. So a few months ago, maybe you could say a year ago, they would make the command center in the low ground. Now they don't really do that anymore. I think the only player who still might make the command center in the low ground is Marine King.
Yeah, and that's because he's probably the greediest Terran ever to have existed. So that does make sense for him and his style and the way that he likes to play the game. Well, good scouting here by Soulkey. He's actually going to see everything going on command center first, plus the gas timing of exactly 1 gas as opposed to the 2 racks. So Soulkey getting a lot of information. At the same time, TaeJa is going to see everything he needs to see. So, it's going to take a little bit to actually see anything new, anything interesting. This is pretty darn standard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in seeing when we're going to see TaeJa take his third. Usually the timing on the third command center is pretty common. It's really when does he lift it off and actually go there. Meanwhile, Zerg's going to just drone up, get a third very soon, get some gas, and we'll see. You can go mutas on this, you can go for infestors, but generally neither race tends to touch the other one early on.
Yeah, you can plan out some timing attacks and stuff like that we do see occasionally, but not necessarily the greatest choice that there is available to you.
Yeah.
So, this is definitely a map as well. I like to see Lingbane Muta as the opener here as opposed to Infestors. I feel like the map is so big, those Infestors not quite as mobile, not going to be as good. The weaknesses of the Infestors are exacerbated on this map just because, drops are good against Infestors already, and then the map is so huge to try to cover all that area with your Infestors. Pretty difficult. So
yeah, your best bet is to get something that can stop medevacs.
Yeah.
And we do have the third command center coming down here. So what'd you do last night after we got up last yesterday's games?
I watched 3 or 4 episodes of House of Cards, and then I went to bed.
Nice.
And then I woke up and played StarCraft, wanted to see the game, and came down here. This is my life.
You've been busy, man.
Yeah.
I was reading Game of Thrones last night.
Yeah. Well, you should have been watching House of Cards, Stasis.
I'll download it. I will. And then I actually, what did I do? Now that I woke up.
You slept wrong on your neck.
And I slept wrong on my neck. I was in pain.
And then you whined like a little baby.
And then I played more Zerg. I love the Swarm host. And Heart of the
Swarm
Swarm
is pretty cool, man.
I think I submitted to Blizzard an email, and I said, I'm thinking we should change the name from the Widow Mine to the Widow Asshole, because I hate that unit so much.
Yeah.
And I like it when I play Terran, but the rest of the time,
yeah,
I
get you.
Yeah. So he's just going to keep pushing the creep out here. He's not getting a ton of queens right now. We've seen, like, who was it? Lucira actually do stuff like, have like 6 or 7 queens, but
I do love Lucira's style, man.
Well, it's fun. I don't know if it's as good, but it is different.
Yeah.
It's like we only see him do it, so I'm like, well, you're good at this, but maybe you're only good at this because nobody else is doing this. But
could be, yeah, could be. Works very well for him, though. Well, we do have 8 roaches on the way right now. Definitely going to help him defend against these Hellions, but probably he's going to just go across the map and put some pressure on. Likely try to kill some SCVs off. 8 roaches by themselves, not going to end any games.
Yeah, this is more of like a deterrent here. It allows the creep to get pushed out because, especially on this map, if you deny their creep and you do a good job of it, there's not a lot of wiggle room here for flanking or anything else like that when the Terran pushes out. Whereas if you have a lot of creep out on the map, you're just in great shape.
Oh, a mess up there by Soulkey. His units just got split up. That is absolutely not how he wanted to do it. It looks like he wanted to go up to dodge everything incoming, but now it's been scouted ahead of time by TaeJa.
Now he's going to have to get these SCVs over here pretty quickly because that's a far distance from the command center.
TaeJa would have only found out right this second if those had gone the right way.
Yeah.
So this is, oh man, and the Banshee would be so far away.
This is just try to burn out the roaches and just try to kill as much as he can. Well, I mean, you really can't even get home at this point in time.
What did he get? Like 2 SCVs?
I think he got exactly 2 SCVs.
This is actually,
that's a lot of money lost, man.
That was a big failure of a push by Soulkey, and it's so interesting because the entire game right this moment would look completely different if those roaches hadn't split up. If he had checked and realized that the AI split them to go around the map, then it would have been completely much more in his favor. The Banshee would have been way across the map. The Hellions still would have been over there. He would have hit the bunker with all of them at once with nothing ready.
He might have even taken out the bunker, actually.
He might have. He might have killed a lot of SCVs, but as is, he's killed 2. He lost a lot of roaches. And TaeJa has to be pretty happy with the spot he's in.
Well, look, man, if TaeJa wins this, I'm going to call it that he wins no matter what. If he wins on this map, I think out of all the maps that favor a race versus another race, this map favors Zerg versus a Protoss or Terran more than anything. So, I mean, this is just going to be huge. And, I mean, you're right. TaeJa's already off to a really good start.
Yeah.
Also, if you guys want to notice something about expanding patterns here, as you can see, Zerg's actually hugging the side of the map, whereas the Terran is just not hugging the corners of the map. Oh, and he's actually going to get that clean. Anyways, so Terran just want to be bunched together. Zerg always want to expand far away from the Terran, while still being close enough that they're accessible with a creep highway. But yeah.
Well, third base is up for TaeJa, dropping a lot of mules over there. His macro really starting to kick in. Upgrades for both players right at the same spot, and look at that. Zergling speed, Baneling speed, Roach speed, all being started about the same time, as well as a Spire here for Soulkey. So, he's going to have a great set of units at his disposal.
Okay, so we have the Marines coming out now, and a nice little drop. And again, things are starting to get bad. Worse and worse for Soulkey. Soulkey has yet to make a really successful move right now. The thing's going to go down. Drone's being gunned down as well. And this is actually a really bad situation right now for the Zerg because this ramp can act as a funnel here. He can actually micro back, but he's not going to. He's going to go forward and try to get the queen. Yeah. This could not have gone better right now for TaeJa.
No, absolutely not. That was,
I mean, literally, I think it's not physically possible for him to have done more damage there with what Soulkey had in the position he was in. So that's another victory for TaeJa. And remember, sometimes you can have sometimes it's one big smart move that wins you a game. A lot of times it's a bunch of little victories put together. Yeah. And there he goes again. He shot another creep tumor, and he picks up. There's no anti-air here. There's even a Viking that's going to take out an Overlord. I'm starting to lose count of how many things TaeJa's doing right, and the fact that Soulkey can't even keep up. By the way, that Banshee's still alive. That's great.
Everything is going completely right for TaeJa. This is better than the start he expected here. Realistically, looking at this, TaeJa as a pro gamer, with the build that he opened with, he did not expect to have every single thing go this well so far. So, definitely a good situation, but can't be counting Soulkey out quite yet. He is getting his mutas out. He does have all his speed upgrades, and he is taking a 4th base.
All right, the mutas are now out, so this is going to clean up the Viking. The Banshee will have much less presence now. But the question is, did TaeJa get hurt too much in this whole process? I mean, is he going to be able to do the damage he needs to do and control the map the way he wants to control it? we see Terran, well, TaeJa, for that matter, doesn't seem to be too worried. He's actually going to push out and clean up the creep. I don't think he's going to push all the way to the Zerg's base, but he might. All right, no, he's going to turn around.
Yeah, just turning around for now. We do have Soulkey's supply finally going up quite a bit. A lot of Lings, a lot of Banelings, and he does have the speed upgrades for both those. Not making a lot of mutas right now, and I think that's a great choice as well. Doesn't want to overmake those, especially with the damage he's already taken. You don't want to commit too heavily to mutas when you're behind. They're better when you're even or ahead. So I really like that he's focusing more on this heavy ground army, and what he wants to do is either crush an army or maybe get in there while he's unsieged and do a bunch of damage to this.
This is going to be bad here. Mass cancel. That's a lot of lost gas.
It is.
That's a lot. I mean, obviously, he should have canceled, but bad position there.
Yeah, it's too bad that TaeJa ran out right at that moment, but a great run out there by TaeJa. He's really in control. He totally knows what's going on in this game.
Yeah, he's playing brilliantly. Now we have the Marines coming up here. It looks like he's not even going to be able to get that refinery. I have yet to see Soulkey pull anything off. Despite all that, he is maxed out. Naturally, he maxes out first as Zerg. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know really what Soulkey can do, but keep it. Oh, all right. I was going to say keep expanding.
That's pretty painful.
Tried to hold up an attack, but he lost that expansion. So now Terran's going to be up a base.
That's going to be almost too much that's going on for him, man. That's a really bad situation for Soulkey, but he does have this very scary maxed out army with 47 Banes, 81 Lings, and a handful of Roaches and Mutas in there as well. So he's, he still has the potential to crush this army, but hold on, this is a very sloppy attack so far.
I think he might just, I was going to say, he might just attack in there if it doesn't work.
Yeah,
leave. That's
I think he's got to do this big flank. Wow, he's getting a lot of free hits right there, but the rest of the army actually coming up. These siege tanks maybe a little bit out of position. The Banelings coming through it.
He's actually fine. He's totally fine.
The Banelings, for the most part, actually hitting siege tanks up there on the top.
Yeah, and it's mass landing mules. I don't know if Soulkey saw that, but that's
rude.
That is what he's saying to that guy. If we got to cater to the noobs, you'd still tune in. That is saying get out of the game.
Yeah.
That is like, get out. I am actually burning cash in front of you. It's like lighting money on fire in front of your opponent in an economy game.
So, Soulkey now, this is about as bad a situation as you can get. TaeJa has just hit everything perfectly, defended everything correctly, done his harass.
He doesn't even know this push is coming until right now.
Yeah.
He actually doesn't even have time to he's going to try to go around, but there's actually a nice set of siege tanks just positioned perfectly out here.
Yeah, I think he'll kill this army off, most likely.
That's not good.
I don't think this is enough for Soulkey to be considered coming back completely from this.
Yeah, nice targeting again here. He's going to pick up here in a second. Loop.
And there he goes, another drop in the main base right now. And don't forget the Mutalisks all died already, so these drops are very annoying to take care of. He has no Infestors and no Mutalisks. Basically, no way to kill off Medivacs except for random cleans, which aren't very good at killing off Medivacs, Tasteless.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. So he's going to regroup now. It's about 170 supply to 160 here. But really, it's more about who's got the expansions right now and less about the supply. As you can see, Soulkey's been battered pretty badly right now. It is 65 drones, 65 speeds, and drones. It doesn't matter because there's an attack coming up here right now.
And this attack doing okay, getting out some of the siege tanks, some of the Marines.
Oh, that was really good. He was actually unloading on the Banelings.
Yeah, that was nice.
Bait out, one Baneling killing one Marine. That's not cost efficient. Oh my God, he might. No, he won't actually get this.
Yeah, he won't quite get it. But you never know. He might send something else to get it.
Oh, what?
You know what? He's gonna get it.
He's going to micros around and gets one or two shots off.
Yeah, it's 18 health. Like, I almost feel like he should just stem shift click a few units in different directions to go try to kill that off. But yeah, that hatch is probably going to fall at some point. But does it matter? We actually have a 25 supply lead by TaeJa right now. A pretty big deal indeed. And in fact, another Marine group coming up here right now. He's a little bit too quick on that. Some siege tanks coming up, though.
One Marine is like, I got it. No, the hatchery.
There you go. Quickly being taken down. Soulkey trying to find some way to fight his way back in this game.
Eventually TaeJa is going to have a fifth base, probably center left. And that is when, this is just... Well, yeah, he is the Bank of America of StarCraft. He's too big to fail at that point in time.
We're going to see Broodlords probably pop out pretty soon here, but at this point, with how few units he has, I don't think the Broodlords make any difference.
Well, the other problem is that on this map, Broodlords aren't used for offense; they're used for defense. So,
and even then, is it going to matter? Just Marines stimming forward should be enough with so few Infestors left over. In fact, the Infestors having to use energy
I think this
now.
is the straw that broke the camel's back right here. He's so badly wanting to get those medevacs.
This is more like a sledgehammer that broke the camel's back.
Yeah, this is actually a falling piano.
This is a camel back breaking stick.
He did it again now.
Back.
Is he going to get all those Banelings? He's actually parking it right up next to the Banelings.
A little bit dangerous, but this is
all
it.
Right,
for
so we're going to see GG here.
Yeah, just a second.
Yep.
He wants these Broodlords to at least get a few attacks in. They were born. You may as well use them.
Yeah, man.
And
the Vikings will come in now, and then yep.
Pretty fantastic play by TaeJa this game. Looking better than he has actually in the recent week or two, really. And just
GG.
everything going right, man. GG.
Wow, I mean, really one-sided game there. It was long. There's some epic plays. Yeah, you can see TaeJa feels really good about that. I mean,
how can't you?
He deflected so many things that Soulkey tried to do and punished him in so many different moments. I actually lost count of how many things TaeJa did right there. And Soulkey is not happy about that.
Well,
That's the map he was supposed to win on. It's a best of 5. He's got to win 3 more of these. And the other maps we were much more confident with TaeJa doing well on.
Yeah, these next 2 maps are going to be the real trials for Soulkey, but Soulkey's a very good Zerg. He definitely has the potential to take at least one of them, which is really what he needs in these next 2 maps, obviously, because he doesn't want to get 3-0'd, but you know, these next 2 maps are the ones that TaeJa has to be feeling likely the best about.
Yeah. All right. Well, things can spiral out of control very quickly at a best of 5.
Yeah,
I mean, he won on a map he's not supposed to. If he wins on the next one, man, that's going to be hard for Soulkey.
It's Icarus as well, and this is a map that, even though we sometimes do see Zerg win, it's kind of predictable. Zergs normally do some sort of roach all in here.
Yep.
And if Terran can just kind of live and not be too greedy, we haven't seen any long, good ZVTs here.
No, this is statistically our shortest map. All right, guys, let's get hyped. The final Wings of Liberty tournament is here right now at the one and only GSL Codes.